So people talk about Joe Biden being old. Yes, Joe Biden is old. So is Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is senile, incoherent, crazy, offensive.
Charge. Oh my God. Oh my God. So is he in charge of the White House? No, of course not. Is he in charge of the government? Of course not. No. But New York, it's not me, New York Times saying the primary person that Joe Biden is listening to about this monumental decision that is going to affect the whole country, that is going to affect all of us, is Hunter freaking Biden. The Ukrainian gas expert is deciding whether we're going to have a senile man as the candidate. The guy, look, I don't want to say it. Don't make me say it. He was on crack 2 minutes ago. He's now currently, theoretically, a modern artist. The modern artist is going to decide the fate of this country. I defended the Hunter Biden, Joe Biden connection. I didn't defend Hunter Biden. He's an obvious con man, right? But I said he's not connected to Joe Biden, so why are the Republicans riding him, right? But apparently Hunter Biden is making the decisions, monumental decisions. And think about it. What does Hunter Biden want? He doesn't care goddamn about his dad. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know, and I don't care. But I do know that Hunter Biden now has a giant interest in his dad staying in power. Because of legal issues, because of financial issues, Hunter Biden makes way more money when Joe Biden is in power. I don't think he tells Joe Biden what to do on policy. I've never seen any reporting about that. I've never seen any evidence of that. I don't think that Joe Biden is involved in any of his scams. But now we've got a giant question mark. If the New York Times is reporting that Hunter Biden is the main guy that Joe Biden is listening to, not political advisors, not the American people, doesn't care about any of that. And he's a stubborn old man who won't listen to anyone other than Joe Biden, who's an egomaniac and wants to stay in power herself, and Hunter Biden, who is who the hell is Hunter Biden? Who is Hunter Biden? What is his expertise? Is theoretically Ukrainian gas and modern art. Why is he involved in the conversation?
Yes, Biden has lost more than broad Democrat support since his bad debate, his bleak credibility with the media, lawmakers, top officials, and even his paid staff. It is unclear on how he will recover from this.
I just finished the George Stephanopoulos interview with Biden a few minutes ago, and it did absolutely nothing to assuage my concerns. It's going to take more than a 22-minute interview to make us feel better.
Yes, Anna Kasparian sent this out. Biden will go down as one of the most selfish and power-obsessed presidents in American history. And yes, I know the bar is high. Completely delusional and irresponsible, that interview did not help. A lot of people are calling this interview out. They thought it would be out the situation. Nothing you can tell someone that Biden is okay, and they will say yes. Just within a short clip after this interview was released, you will see a lot of what we have been singing for a very long time. So it is high time people realize what is actually happening with him and they accept the reality. They have struggled by all means to protect him. It is not working. I've never seen a sitting president, facing this kind of situation now with Biden. Like people of your own party are standing up against you 5 months to the elections. I don't know how they can recover from this. There is no.
You each you asked 4 questions, and maybe that's what you were allowed to ask by the campaign or the White House. But they were essentially the same questions, both interviews, about accomplishments, progress in your respective state, what's at stake in the election, what he has to say about his debate performance, and what he would say to voters who think their vote doesn't matter or might sit this election out. Were those questions given to you by the White House, or did you have, or the campaign, or did you have to submit questions ahead of this interview?
The questions were sent to me for approval. I approved them.
Okay, so the White House sent the questions to you ahead of the interview?
Yes.
Okay.
I got several questions, 8 of them, and the 4 that were chosen were the ones that I approved.
Okay. And the reason I ask is not a criticism of either of you. It's just that if the White House is trying now to prove the vim, vigor, acuity of the president, I don't know how they do that by sending questions first before the interview so that the president knows what's coming.
It's become abundantly clear that Ruth Bader Biden does not want to leave. He's acting like a drunk sorority girl who doesn't know when to throw in the towel at a party. He's like, I'm not leaving. I'm not going home. And the rest of the country's like, sweetie, you're black.
We have a gerontocracy problem on the Democratic side. Way too many of these oldie goldies that don't seem to want to sit down and retire. But when given the choice between the young and fresh and Joe Biden, y'all picked Joe Biden. That was what you picked. So he's in there because Democrats actually picked him in the first place. So just keep that in mind, that you've been given options in the past, and this is what you picked. And nobody stepped up to choose to run against him in the primary. So once again, Democrats went out and voted and picked. If you try to undo that choice, like 57 million some odd Democrats voted in these primaries, so what are you going to do? You're going to just tell them, F off, we're going to pick somebody different that's not him, or Kamala Harris, who was on that ticket too, on those ballots? That's not democracy. This choice has been made. And so again, unless he decides to walk away, this is your choice. It's like when you go to a wedding, you got chicken or fish. You can eat chicken or fish or just be hungry. Or like when I was growing up in my house, it's what mom made for dinner or go to bed. Those are your choices. You don't always get choices that you love. You get what mom made for dinner or take your ass to bed. And in this case, it's either what mom made for dinner or Hitler. I'm voting for whoever ain't Hitler, and it ain't him. And I'm going all the way down that ballot, rooted to the Tudor school board up to the White House. This is about power and about picking not Hitler. That's it. That's it. That's me. Okay, now I'm really done. Bye.
Is there any more poetic justice that the mainstream media that propped him up for a year is abandoning him, and the love-talking heads on X are crying about it? When I look at what is going on Twitter, how this Libra, she's struggling to protect him when these videos are being posted everywhere, it is insane. We saw how the mainstream media protected this man. By all cause, whatever thing they'll say, no, it is right. He made a mistake, you call it out, they say, oh, that was deep fake, or they would call you names. It is high time the people see it. Some don't even want to lie again. Like, we are tired to lie because you will do this till when? I was shocked to see how the mainstream media is covering this man. Someone said, oh, it's like these people want Trump to win. Why can't they be doing this? There is nothing they can do at this time. They call our Hunter Biden, oh, he's the one preparing this man for the interview. He's doing this, he's doing that. I'm just somewhere observing to actually see the end of it. Biden declared the other day, I'm not dropping, I'm not even stopping. So,
in fact, I think he's better than he's ever been.
In that they are in a cult. Bill Maher's a heretic, even though he's very much a liberal. He's a heretic.